Alex Hormozi has talked about sales, marketing, offers, scaling, and virtually everything related to business. But there's one topic he keeps coming back to that almost nobody talks about. Yet it is one of the most relevant skills when building a business. People don't leave companies. They leave conversations that never happen. He made this post on LinkedIn and it got thousands of reactions. Now, the reason it hits so hard is because almost every manager and business owner has been through this. You've all seen it. You have a top performer, an A player, and they're absolutely crushing it. You think everything is great, but then out of nowhere, they quit. You're blindsided. You sit there running it through in your head. Was I not paying them enough? Did I give them too much work? Did I get another offer? But according to Hormozi, you're asking the wrong questions. You didn't miss a sign. What happened was you missed a conversation. So, after watching virtually every video both Alex and Layla have made on this topic, I'm going to break down the 3 conversations they're constantly having with their team to make sure their best people never want to leave. The thing to keep in mind here is when the Hormozis talk about conversations, they're not just talking about talking. They're talking about recognition. Every time you recognize someone for doing good work, you're having a conversation with them. And that conversation is saying, I see you. And what you're doing matters. But the issue here is the opposite also applies. Every time you don't recognize someone, you're also having a conversation. And what that conversation is saying is, your extra effort is invisible. And invisible people quit. It's that simple. What most managers don't realize is that replacing that person who quit will cost you between 50 and 200% of their annual salary. So, when Alex says appreciation is highly profitable, he's actually being logical about it. In a Forbes article breaking down how he manages 500 people, Hormozi explains that you have to understand what drives each person. For some, it's public praise. For others, a private thank you. And some people just want money. But it all starts with one thing: noticing your people. So, what are the conversations you need to be having? It begins with understanding what your best people actually want. In another post, Alex said, high performers don't just want more work. They want growth, recognition, and trust. A lot of people think A players want to be left alone. They're already crushing it. I don't want to micromanage and get in the way. But remember, silence is also a conversation, and it's telling them they're being taken for granted. So these 3 conversations are how you break the silence. The first one is about recognizing the grind, not just the win. We're all programmed to celebrate when someone hits a big goal. But what about all the work in the weeks leading up to it? All the nights they stayed late? Waiting for the result before you say anything is killing your team. Your A player is grinding right now on something that might not pay off for weeks. And every day you don't acknowledge that, they're wondering if anyone's even noticing. Recognizing effort will sound like this. Hey, I want you to know we're still waiting on the final numbers on that campaign. But I see you staying late, and I see you running the extra tests, and that is what's going to make this work. That one sentence tells your employees their hard work is seen, even when the results aren't in yet, and that is fuel. So the second conversation might be more important, and almost nobody does it. This is how you make your company values more than just words on a wall. You recognize when someone's behavior is the value. Instead of saying, good job in the meeting, you say, in the meeting today, you took responsibility for that mistake instead of blaming somebody else. That's what extreme ownership looks like. You just set the standard for the whole team. See the difference? You're not just praising them, you're telling them they're a leader, that they're the benchmark for everyone else. And the third, and maybe the most powerful, is the your work has impact conversation. Layla Hormozi said it best in one of her videos. The second most common reason people leave is that they don't feel that their work is impactful. Really think about that. It's not money, it's the meaning behind it. Your best people do not want to just be cogs in a machine. They need to know their work matters. And as a manager, it's your job to connect the dots for them. Most employees have no idea how their work affects the bigger picture. They finish a task, submit it, and move on. And they never see the result of that work. So this conversation sounds like this. Hey, you know that report you finished every Friday? Because you get it done on time, the finance team can close the books faster, which means we can make better decisions for the next week. That one small task you do every week moves the whole company forwards. That conversation can transform someone from employee doing a task to owner contributing to the mission. Now, you might be thinking, how am I supposed to have all of these conversations with my whole team all the time? And that is the right question. And the honest answer is, you can't. Not without a system in place. And that's why these conversations never happen. Because managers get busy. We forget. We assume our people just know they're doing a good job. And this is where most companies, even the ones with good intentions, fail. We personally come across this problem multiple times. And that's why we started building Stadium. Stadium is a system for having these conversations at scale and making all of these conversations possible. Now, I'm not going to ask you to check our software and see what it's capable of unless you've gotten some value from this video. So, if you feel like this video has shed some light on the matter and helped you in any way, you can check the software using the link in the description. And if you want to see the 5 mistakes most managers make that cause good employees to quit in the first place, I break them all down in this video right here. And I'll see you there.